Got it, cuz. Key West tradition this morning. Got you a sausage, egg, and cheese. This is a Cuban coffee, con leche, 1 sugar. 2 sugar is really nice, but you'll be bouncing. I'll be acting like you.
So that's Cuban Mountain Dew?
Yeah, Cuban Mountain Dew right here.
Pass.
Coffee con leche, I got you one of them. I got you a sausage, egg, and cheese.
Oh, yeah?
From El Mocho's. Also got us some Cuban mixes. So we're gonna start off with a little Key West tradition right there, brother. A little sausage, egg, and cheese in the morning.
Where do you get that bread?
Yeah, they make that bread. That's the Cuban bread, homemade Cuban bread right there.
Holy moly, that is awesome.
And then we got some Cuban mixes for lunch. This is how we usually start the morning. This is the way I like it.
Time to go fishing now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be moving a little slower, but this con leche will bring you back up.
Simrad's Into the Blue, presented by Yellowfin, with Captain Scott Walker and Captain Steve Rodger.
Well, why don't you finish that con leche so we can go catch some pilchards?
A little bit of coffee left, and get out of here. The last sip is always the best. That's where all the sugar likes to.
Look at the first ray of sunlight on his chest. Look at that big guy. Holy moly. A bunch of little ones under him, but he's the man. Look at that throat.
That's like a guy on the beach in his muscle shirt.
That's right.
When he's got that thing hanging down, that's his bicep. He's like, hey, ladies.
Look at me.
You know, down here, you got a lot of different type of anglers that come to the Keys, and you know, some just want to bring the family and maybe go out and catch whatever and don't care what it is. You have a lot of guys who come down specifically targeting the billfish. There's a lot of tournaments around bill fishing. And then you have those guys who want to come down here and catch something to eat. You know, it's like they don't feel like it's a successful day unless they actually have a little bag of fish that they can take to a restaurant, have them cook it up. And so,
or to take home.
Or to even take some home, get a little extra.
Cooler full.
Yeah, and you deal with it a lot as much
Wheels.
as I do. Yeah, they call them, you know, the guys who want the meat fishermen. And I relate with that, because when I go out elk hunting, and if I kill an elk, he's coming home with me. And if I kill a deer, I'm gonna eat him. So I totally respect that and I understand that. And so down here, a lot of it starts off, you know, with a tradition that we love to do. And you know, I'll always hit this little Cuban restaurant there on Sock Island called El Mocho's. You know, we get the con leche.
Once you got on that con leche, looked like Scotty on a Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah, gets me jacked up.
You had the chum going overboard, throwing the net, getting those pilchards. Now we're getting them, Stevie boy. Location, location, location.
Location's everything.
Oh, he's all over it!
Oh, he's on you. You better get it.
Ah!
Simrad's Into the Blue, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you in part by Yellowfin, only in a Yellowfin. Bubba Blade, the ultimate sportsman's knife. Key West, close to perfect, far from normal. And by Seagar, Under Armour, and Tailwalker Charters.
Key West tradition, Scott. Catch a little bait. Put out a little chum. And see what'll come. You look good enough, you find an eyeball in there. Dang, no eyeballs. That's just ground up herring and sardines. Finely ground and frozen. And as it thaws, little tiny chunks come off of there. And the old fishies come and eat.
Steve, I know you love the braid. But why do you choose the Mono in this system.
The water's so clear, and these yellowtail are so smart that mono really, this is when the mono shines, you know what I mean? So we got that Cigar Senshi mono,
Yeah.
and it works
bait.
fine right here. Oh, that is an amazing bait. I just saw a yellowtail do a backflip. Dude, can you keep that thing alive? Put that in the big well.
He's going in.
I gotta get out there where them birds are diving. Nothing like throwing into the wind. Oh, they're not quite lure fish yet. We'll have to wait a little bit for they ready. Not ready for the pain yet. But when you're in this clear water and you're dealing with these 5-pound yellowtail, you got to have some mono on board.
Got another bait fish. Little bonita.
Dude, they're going crazy, bro. I just ain't been able to keep them on. You got him.
That's the right one.
And there's some of your friends are here too. They're big and gray. And they're all over you right now.
I see them. They're gonna make the moves. They're after me. Get yours. Oh, he's all over me!
Oh, he's on you. You better get it.
Ah! Move!
Keep reeling. Oh, keep reeling.
Ah! Yeah! Oh!
It's a nice one you got there, buddy.
Oh, I had to keep changing direction with him. If your knots aren't right, you can't fish with these bad boys. Woo!
That's Key West tradition right there, buddy. Cafe con leche, Cuban mix, and a flag yellowtail. Whew, that one there, pick that thing up. That joker is huge. That's a true 5-pound fish right there, Scott.
We got to be in marathon and catching this big with live bait. Nice. Nice
Ooh.
200-pound shark following him up.
Yeah, I know you like that shark you just saw.
Woo!
You know, this is where it's critical that you retie every fish. You feel that, you know, using that 15-pound fluoro and just that little nick will cost you a fish. It is nothing.
It's not like that 30 with the groupers and all that. This is, it starts off unfair.
Yeah, so I mean, it's so thin diameter line that just any teeth mark on it will slow it down or break you off. So what you want to do is every time you catch yourself a nice fish, retie. It's worth it every time. You know, it's a cool fishery. It's very visual. The water's crystal clear. You got sharks boiling everywhere, so you're battling the sharks for that yellowtail. You know, even though it's a small fish, you can't knock it.
It's hard to say it's a small fish. As big as the ones you're catching are
Right.
as big as your arm. Their tails are bigger than your open hand.
Right.
I mean, that makes them true flags. I mean, they're 3 to 5 pound fish. A 2-pounder is a monster just about anywhere. These are super size. These are the colossal grade fish. And when you have the frigate birds, you have the porpoise, you have the bull sharks, and everything wants a piece of that pilchard. Starts from the pilchard then it goes right to the yellowtail, then it goes to the race against the sharks. It's just incredible fishing. You got to have your A game on. You can't go to 50-pound tests and horse them in. You have to horse them in with 15-pound tests, and that's an art form.
Anytime you're fishing for the biggest of any species, it's exciting. You know, those fish don't get any bigger than that. I mean, that's the very end of the deal. I mean, they're the most educated. They've been around the longest. They've seen every trick in the book. They're huge. We're breaking down to a very light tackle. We use 15-pound of that Cigar Senshi.
And then going to straight fluorocarbon after that.
Yeah, then putting a 15-pound fluorocarbon, you know, pink label with the smallest hook you can find, the smallest piece of bait if you're using the chunk bait so it matches the chum. But the live bait's always a trick. They can't resist that. You know, a lot of people don't realize you got to back off the fish. So when that fish comes up and they're there, you take one, and if you get another, great. I mean, you saw right our first lines in the water, we hooked a double, and we were able to catch 2 fish. But as they realize, uh-oh, and they start backing up and backing up and backing up.
They've seen that game before.
Yeah,
As
so a lot of
much as they want those pilchards, they know that there's a price to be paid.
And a lot of times what we'll do is we'll, you'll hear me, I'll say, hey, we need to hold off. Let's don't put a line in, let the chum run, and those build it back up, and those fish will get confident again, they'll come back up. And I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've seen it where you actually put the line in, and you've seen it, as soon as that line gets back there, the school just disappears. And that's when you need to go lighter.
It's not the sport where you're fishing 4 or 5 lines at a time. 2 is pushing it. 2 is really pushing it.
There's not a lot of times when you need to think a lot, but when it comes to yellowtailing and catching those big fish, you got to be thinking. You got to watch the conditions. You got to watch how the fish react. So if they're really aggressive, then you can bump the line up. But if they're very shy and very skittish, you got to bump the line down. You see how they respond. Take breaks at times. Let the fish build back up. All of that's going to make for a better catch. And even another thing that drives people crazy, I'll have 4 guys on the boat, and I'll say, guys, we're going to fish one at a time. Whoa, what do you mean? You got 20 poles on here. We'll catch more fish fishing one at a time than you will by throwing a whole mess of line out there, because those fish see that line. They're a very smart fish. You're fishing in crystal clear water. So all those little tricks will add to a really good, successful yellowtailing day. And this is a sport that you got to be super aggressive when you got sharks.
Is he on you?
Oh, not yet. I'm sure he wants to be here.
Nice fish.
Woo! That'll make a sandwich right there, Scott.
Sandwich.
Simrad's Into the Blue, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you in part by Yeti Coolers, built for the wild. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Plano, Shimano, and Spear One Charters.
Being on the water every day fishing my charters or Into the Blue, the most important piece of equipment, without a doubt, not a fishing rod or reel, it's your sunglasses. You can't catch what you can't see. You have to take care of your eyes on the water. People ask me all the time, what frame do I wear? I wear the Jose in the 580 gray. They can be in glass or polycarbonate. I find that the 580 in the gray tends to let me see deeper into the water and further away. So when I'm in my tower looking down, I'm not just seeing fish with their tails and fins out of the water. I'm seeing fish actually swimming under the water 10 to 20 feet. And that makes a difference between winning a tournament or just having a great day on the water. I can use these in shallow water, but they're fabulous in deep water. Costa also makes many other designs for other applications. If you're a backcountry guide, I know from facts that you're going to want to go with the amber lens. I don't spend a lot of time in shallow water, so I'm not an authority, but what you want to do is get to a Costa outlet and try on a lot of different pairs, because everyone's face is different. These ride right on my cheeks so comfortably that I don't even know they're on. It might take 3 or 4 different pairs till you find the right set for you.
Oh, come on. Beat the shark, that's the game.
Beat them, don't feed them.
And you will be rewarded with that thing.
The tip of that rod. It's got this good current like this.
Look at the frigate birds, Scott. They're going crazy.
They're nuts.
Oh, that's so sick.
Only thing missing is the sailfish, dude.
It takes, people don't realize, but it takes a fish to drive the bait to the top for that frigate bird to eat. He doesn't dive in the water like your gannets and your cormorants and your pelicans. He actually surfs and finds fish, and they push the bait into his mouth. Heck, there's a dozen frigate birds up there right now, and at any moment that a yellowtail comes down, whew, they're right on the deck, trying to get that free meal.
They're gonna eat them all, and then they're gonna be looking for the stragglers.
They don't make it no cooler than that right there.
Here comes another pack. I'm right here.
Yeah.
Come on.
They get up on top like that, and they just run them baits, man.
They have
And,
nowhere else to go.
And they just wolf them down. Oh yeah, another one of them big old sandwiches right here, buddy. Oh, come on, stay down away from the sharks. You can't enjoy this fish. You gotta put it to them. Because if not,
This isn't for first timers for sure.
if you don't, I mean, the shark, look, there's a 15 different fish down there. Big amberjacks, groupers, sharks. I mean,
they can eat
everything.
those.
Just trying to get down there and eat them, you know?
Bam!
A good sized fish, man. I could do that all day long, Scott. We caught a lot of really nice yellowtail. Again, when I fillet these fish, I like to start at an angle, kind of work up towards the forehead. You want to get all that fish, come on back through, you know, spin the fish around, ride right along that backbone. Okay. Ride that knife down that backbone. Sometimes, you know, I like to ride over the ribs where you can leave the ribs there. Sometimes, if it's a small fish, I'll cut right through the ribs. Get up there in that forehead, man. There's so much more meat. You want to grab all of that instead of leaving that behind.
Want to see more of Into the Blue? Well, you don't have to wait for the show to be on. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or even our YouTube channel for full-length shows. We have some how-to videos, amazing pictures. We'd love y'all to come over, ask us some questions, post your own pictures, or just enjoy ours. See you there.
Simrad's Into the Blue, presented by Yellowfin, has been brought to you in part by Simrad. Go with confidence. Mercury Marine, #1 on the water. And by Costa and Ameritrail.
What? That's nice. That might not be a shark, bud.
It's not a shark yet.
Heading in short like a grouper, huh?
Yeah.
What? Look at that. Sick.
Oh, I just put all that line on there. Come on, baby, come on, down.
Coming back.
Coming up, maybe it's a wahoo, bud.
Probably a nice king, I would think. But it could be a wahoo down here. And you never know what you're going to catch.
That's not a shark, you know it?
Right on top out there.
You need a king if it's a king or what?
What's that?
You need a king for some smoked fish dip or you want to let him go?
We can see what he looks like.
Okay.
That guy that made us that dip, he take it.
That'd be a nice swap for a few more tubs of that. That was the good stuff. That thing is stretched out on the surface. That is not a bull shark.
There's 300 yards of line out.
I believe it. He starts jumping, I'm gonna knock you out. What a great run that was.
Oh, incredible, dude. I wouldn't have done it if you didn't rig it up for me. I was too busy catching yellowtail. I'm like, come on, please.
Come on.
But I know I offered it to you.
I know, I wanted to rig it.
All right, here he is right here.
What do you got?
Nice kingfish, Bubba.
I knew that bonita didn't have a chance, man. That is one. Oh, look at the shark. Oh,
No!
oh, now I'm in the prop. Where am I?
No! How we looking? How can I help you out?
Oh, there he goes. Look, he's scared. He's still on, but keep going up. Look at the shark on him.
How can I?
Oh,
wait.
the porpoise.
Oh no! Yeah, you go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, and to the right, down to the right. Okay. Clear.
Problem is, he ain't gonna beat that porpoise.
The porpoise is on him out
Look.
there. They're all on him now. There's more porpoise than sharks. Oh, he
I
got him.
Oh yeah.
Showing baby, howdy. Oh!
There's my head.
lips.
Look, here he comes.
Had him. There you see all those treble hooks. They're not going to get anything past that treble hook, are they?
Dude, dirty dog.
Oh, got a good, nice identification. Talking about making some fish dip. And look at those porpoise go. That is awesome. I mean,
Oh, he's still grabbing
oh,
it.
no! Don't have that baby get on there. Mama's teaching him how to, he's learning from her right now. Oh, awesome. Oh. There's a whole herd of them right there, man. Look at it, bubbles.
Almost.
Bubbles.
Almost. Look at him, laughing.
Oh.
One time I saw the head of the kingfish come out of the water out there. Almost, that was cool.
So those porpoise have been here for 2 hours, leaving us alone, minding their own business. They've not been messing with our yellowtails. Wow.
Them porpoise, they love to eat them kingfish. You see that right there.
Everywhere, all of Florida, man, they're scourge to the kingfishing fleet. I think it's cool.
I would have liked to have caught the head just to show you, because what's unbelievable is they can actually pull every piece of meat and leave you the skull.
Like they have utensils.
Yeah, and they'll leave you the skull and the stomach.
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing, but anyhow, there was 4 or 5 of them there. That kingfish had no chance. No chance.
His only chance was actually to get stuck onto our propellers.
Yeah. I think they were teaching that baby how to do it, you know?
Oh man, he was jacked up. He's going from mama to daddy to uncle.
Yep. All right, well, good day. Let's get out of here.
All right, I'll re-rig that rod for tomorrow.
All right.
We'll snap on the anchor, Bob. Another great time in Key West, as usual. Thank you again. I mean, I learned a little bit more every day with you. I could learn something more about what I do for a living, and I can't thank you enough. But you know, just being part of a Key West tradition is, keep inviting me.
Yeah, no, I enjoy having you there. It's something I like to share with everybody. That's part of the job of being a guide. You know, you're sharing all this information, and you're helping to take these guys who are from up north where they don't have an opportunity to get on the ocean and teaching them and showing them these things. It's something you got to try when you're down here. You know, catching tarpon is cool, catching permit's cool, catching sailfish is cool, catching, you know, all the fish that we have to offer. But one of those things you definitely need to try is getting on that reef for that action and that visual day on the water.
Absolutely.